Hi everyone, so this is a review for Olivia. Olivia, I just reviewed your mom's eyes. You probably already seen that video. And what you have is you have basically a mirror image of your mom's eyes. So they're just not as um, deeply progressed as hers are, obviously. So you do have to really watch what you are eating, because the more bad foods you eat, the worse your eyes will get. So really try to go to raw as much as possible and really focus on berries, melons, fruits as much as you can. So you can have it in the form of juices, you can have it in the form of smoothies. Like I was telling you on your mom's video, you can get a dehydrator and dehydrate foods and have it with a raw food, uh, like uncooked dips, such as like guacamole is a good example of that. So, and really staying away from processed foods such as anything sweet, like use fruits for sweetness rather than going to sugars and things like that. And because honestly, you already have kind of the genetics that are weaker, because it's, what your mom has is really what you have. And you can see how similar the eyes are. So you don't want to develop, something very severe, right? So, really try to clean up your diet as much as possible. And if you are living on a very clean lifestyle, nothing like that can happen to you, because cancer cells cannot survive in an alkaline environment. They have to have an acidic environment, and acidic foods as well as stress cause acidic environment in the body, right? So you want to go to a more alkaline side, which is the fruits, the berries, the melons. The body allows some acidity, but don't create more acidity. Especially, the easy way to reduce acidity in the body is things such as black tea or coffee. Even green tea is not that great because it's still acidic. So if you want to have tea, go to herbal teas. Specifically, there are herbs that help prevent against cancers and things like that. So you can use that to your advantage. Put a little lemon in it. If you need sweet stuff, you can put things like maple syrup works okay in it. I believe. I don't believe there's any problems. You can double check online, but I don't believe there's any problems with maple syrup. For honey, I heard that it's not the best idea to put honey into hot water, but because honey itself is a processed product, right? Even though it seems natural, it's still processed in the way how it's created. And especially if you're buying it at a local store, it's already pasteurized as well. So if you, I'm not sure where you are from, but if you are living in the West, most of our food, like States or Canada, most of our foods are pasteurized. Actually, all of our drinks are pasteurized before they hit the stores. So you're not allowed to sell raw foods unless there's some sort of special label on it that says it's raw, whatever. But most of the juices are pasteurized. So I suggest honestly getting a juicer, even if you get like a really cheap juicer, and then just get a strainer. If you get a really cheap juicer, you'll need a strainer. If more expensive juicers, just squeeze better so there's less pulp. And getting a dehydrator. The whole thing, it might be a little bit of an investment, but it will help you stay raw, especially during the colder months. But you definitely have blue eyes. Just it's kind of gunked up by all of this, and the lacunas, the holes in the eye fiber. That's what really worries me. And in order to fix that, you need to start eating better. Also, another important point is specifically with breast cancer stuff. You want to make sure that you are not restricting the lymph flow around the breast, because the lymphatic system is what cleans the body of the toxins. That's what pulls the toxins out. And you really, anybody who's listening to this, do your research on the lymphatic system. It's not really talked about by the doctors as much as it should be. And I'm not going to get into why and the whole corruption and conspiracy of it all, but really do your research on the lymphatic system. And just in short, the lymph flows, like the lymphatic channels they're right under the skin, they're not deeply under. So when you are wearing restrictive clothing, such as like tight pants, tight shirts, this slows down the flow of the lymph. So this is not very, very good. This is actually very bad. So as much as possible, go to the type of, if like, and I'm guilty of that as well. Like when I was younger, like a teenager and a young adult, right? I'm still pretty young, but like say like 5-10 years ago, I always would wear like push-up bras and things like that, and they're really bad for you. And if you sleep in them, that's horrible for you because it stops the lymphatic flow. Also, your breast should be very soft. It shouldn't be if it feels lumpy and things like that, that's an indication. Not all the time, there's other things that can happen, but generally it's an indication that the lymph is blocked from getting out of the breast. You know, like the flow is, it's blocking the flow out. The lymph goes from the breast towards the armpit. That's where it comes out. So when you have the smell under your armpit, this is, it's actually, or sweat under the armpit, this is good because it's the toxins coming out. And when we are putting deodorant on and things like that, it prevents it from coming out because it blocks those channels, right? It blocks the moisture from getting out. So it solves your immediate problem of like, you know, like smell and whatever, but it's not good for the body. So, you know, you want to wear bras, like for example, now I am wearing mostly like not very tight sports bras, but not the ones that are like super tight and press everything in, but just kind of like a loose sports bra, and that way it's not restricting the flow, and I don't feel my breasts getting harder at the end of the day. While when I was wearing push-up bras, I definitely felt a difference at the end of the day. So, that shouldn't happen. Your breast should be able to expel everything out all day long. So that's just a little side note, but I think in your case especially, it's very important. And when you're sleeping, again, don't sleep with devices when you're lying down. Don't put devices on your chest, such as like your phone and like playing a game and like putting it right there, or an iPad or anything like that. And make sure that you're sleeping without a bra. You know, like you can sleep in a shirt, but don't sleep with anything that restricts the breast area specifically. So I hope this all helps. If you have any questions, you can always email me. If you guys would like me to review your eyes, I will leave all of the information down below so you can check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.